Welcome back to Simple Builds. I just picked up this $1,500 2005 Honda CR-V, and I'm going to show you the whole process of fixing it up and then flipping it for some profit. I left a poll on my Instagram if you guys wanted to see this as the next giveaway car or a fix and flip, and fix and flip won. So I'm going to show you the whole process, break it all down in this video. We're going to be addressing some things on the exterior, interior, suspension, and brakes. So let's jump into the first thing that we have to address. We got some towels or some rags, doesn't matter what, some all-purpose cleaner, something to just clean the surface of your car's paint. Use any of your favorite rubbing compound, doesn't really matter which one. And then we got a little buffer here. These things are super cheap, maybe at about $30. So all this stuff, maybe $40. I wanna show you guys the first step on how we're gonna pretty much bring some new life back into this paint on a used car that's been neglected. Maybe it's been out in the sun for a while, and you just want to bring some life back into the paint. Pretty much you want to tape off anything that you don't want the buffing or rubbing compound to get onto, which is any trims or headlights. So let's throw a couple pieces of tape over that stuff first to prep the area. Then we're going to take our cleaner and then just give it a quick spray. You can see it revealed a lot of the scratches and whatnot. It definitely looks a little bit more clean, but there's a lot more room for improvement. So let me show you guys the next step. All right, once you got the buffer and your compound, you want to put a couple dots on your pad here. Make sure your pad's clean. I'm just going to show you guys a quick way to do this and get you some pretty good results. You want to spread it around the panel like this, spread it around so you don't go flying everywhere. Rub it all in everywhere, and then get a good couple quick passes left and right and up and down. I'll get you guys back in a second. And then what we're gonna do is take our microfiber, a clean microfiber, and then wipe it all down. And you guys are about to see a pretty awesome transformation. And here are the results. This is a quick and dirty process to a one-step paint correction. If you want other tutorials, you can check out other videos, but check out the results on this. For this one is a simple heat gun. Now around most cars you will find trim pieces like this right here that is dingy, dirty, old from the many years of sun fading, and the plastics get really dull. So let me show you what we're gonna do. There is many different processes and steps and methods to use to restore your trim pieces, but this seems to be the easiest and fastest and probably the cheapest as well. Let me show you guys real time how it works. Grab your favorite heat gun. You might want to get one that's pretty powerful, and set it on high. Let it heat up real hot, and then watch the magic happen. Okay, we just finished up. I think it turned out really good, better than I was expecting. I'm gonna show you a really fast way to restore your headlights. This is gonna be a super quick tutorial. Check it out. So you're gonna wanna tape it off like this as best you can. So I'm just using an old garbage bag to bag off this headlight. And then we're gonna take our clear coat, and I'll show you how this works wonders. 1 or 2 coats on this thing, and this headlight will be back to pretty much brand new. Next, we're jumping onto the brakes. We got rear pads and rotors that need to get repaired, and you'll see just how bad these things were. Brake jobs are pretty simple. As long as these screws come out nice, you just take the caliper off, remove the rotor, take the old pads out. Here's the new rotor going on. Here's a quick tip I found. Put the rotor on backwards first, clean it off with some brake clean, and then put it on the right way around. Reinstall the brake caliper bracket. As you can see, these pads needed to be replaced yesterday. Get your new pads, throw them on, and then slide them right over the new rotor. Button it all back up and you're good to go. Up next is some more routine maintenance, just a serpentine belt, quick swap out. These should be replaced every 60 to 100,000 miles, and since we're about to hit 200,000, it is time to swap it. All you gotta do is loosen the tensioner, swap the old one out, finagle a new one in, and you're good to go. Now on to some fun stuff. We have an axle and 2 lower ball joints. Turns out we only needed 1. I'll show you why. While inspecting both sides, you can see the lower ball joint on the passenger side is completely shot and there's grease all over the bottom of the strut. Just remove the axle nut. You can see this driver's side is completely fine. So you're going to remove the axle nut, remove the lower ball joint bolt, remove the caliper, take the 2 bolts out from the strut, remove this sensor with a 10mm and unplug the sensor. Then you can remove the whole spindle. Obviously this thing was ready to go. I bought this tool, but you can also rent it at your local AutoZone or whatever auto parts store, and it made quick work of removing this ball joint. Up next, we're gonna bang out the axle. And here it is compared to the new one, nice and shiny. New lower ball joint going in. Use the same thing with the press, just swap the cups and then you can press it in. Remember the clip, throw the axle in, make sure it clicks, and the spindle is ready to go back in with the new ball joint and the new axle. After everything was buttoned up with the suspension and brakes and torqued down, we're going to move on to the exterior and the interior, give it a quick wash down. This is a basic process, guys. I don't think I need to go too far in depth on how to wash your car, but I always use the same products and use the same steps and try to keep it simple. I wash the body and then I wash the wheels. Some people do it the other way around, but it doesn't really matter what you use here. I'm in love with this new drying towel. Keep an eye out, this might be a new product coming soon. And then to remove sticky residue from stickers, just use some window cleaner and a razor blade. Be really flat with it and it comes right off. I use that all the time. It is the best method to remove sticker crap off of a window, and everything came out pretty nice. Make sure you do door jambs. This is a massive step that some people overlook, but it makes a huge difference. Every time you open a door, you do not want to see grime and crap. I will show you a quick engine bay detail here. This thing has definitely seen better days. Take a quick power wash over it. Use your favorite all-purpose or degreaser. Spray it down, scrub it in, and then rinse it off. Dry it off real good before you start the engine, just for extra precaution. And this turned out very nice. Let's move on to the interior. Same thing for the interior, but I'll give you guys a couple quick tips. Always make sure you do a good quick vacuum. You can see this thing was dirty, dusty. So we just start up with a quick vacuum. Remove this trim from the vehicle just to make it nice and clean. And then for the dusty trim pieces and all the dirty trim pieces and plastics on the interior, use an interior cleaner or degreaser. Spray it down and then just wipe it out with a rag. Quick detail on the mats, and here's the final product ready for sale. Here's all the parts that we ordered. This is on Rock Auto's website. The total for the parts came to $117. So let's round up the parts up to $150 just to be safe, and then add on another $100 for any miscellaneous other costs that we might be missing. I asked around to some of my friends and they said a reasonable price would be about $6,000 to list the car. So I put it up for $5,500, hoping to get around $5,000. In all honesty, that does still seem high to me, so I'll be happy with less. But if we do sell it for the $5,000 mark, and all in, we bought it for $1,500, put $250 into it, that's $1,750. That would leave me with $3,250. So there is a ton of wiggle room there for profit, and that is a payday I'd be happy with. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to jump into Simple Motor Club. That helps me to make more videos like this, gets you entered into our very next giveaway car coming soon, and a ton of other exciting perks that you can see in the first link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.